Good afternoon, everybody. How's things? Gosh, it's a little bit busy out there today. It's John's actually still sat in a car park in Tesco. Apparently, he only went in for some something for the car, some anti-freeze, and yeah, he's finding it's a bit deadlocked. He can't get out, so I think he's pulled back in and gone back for a cup of coffee. So I thought, well, it's quiet and peaceful. We'll sit and we'll do this, shall we? Number 17 today, and I've actually attached mine so they're a little bit more secure today. It's looking a little bit of an odd shape, and we've got these three to sort of fill in at some point, but yeah, I think I can always split them off afterwards with a craft knife and see where we had. So okay, number 17, here we are. I'm going to make it a little bit larger so we can see what we're doing, if it'll let me. A second. Oh, it doesn't want to. There you go. So, okay, we've got a couple of things that are working in and around here that we need to join. But as ever, the first protocol is let's split up that tile and see where that leads us. I know we've got quite a large bubble coming in this one, so brace yourself for that. Unless you've got a stencil you want to use to... Oh, it's not very straight, is it? Would help, I suppose, if I follow my own advice and... yeah, move the tile. There we go. All right, there we are. So first things first then. I want to actually put this one in here first because we've got this, and they're sort of not interconnected, but they have an impact on where they're both going. So this one, see, it comes down here and that sort of joins it somehow. And then this one, what I want to do is I want to bring it around there, but it's got to be some sort of a curved idea, hasn't it? There you go. So this one's going to come in and to a point. There we go. So that's that little bit. Now again, if you can take that to a point, fine. But if not, you can sort of straighten it off. It does sort of suggest a point. So maybe shape it a little bit to make it work. That's okay there. All right. Hello, everybody. So far we've joined these sort of mark these two and join them across. Nothing crazy at the minute. We're still in with pencil. And then here in this section, I want to create a bit of a bubble. As I say, do this in pencil because it's sort of a little bit larger than we normally draw in a sense. There you go, bit of a bubble going on. So what I want to do with this one is put a bubble around it too. So a bit of an aura there. I feel the resistance there with a little bit of salt on my tile from when I inked it. Okay. All right, there we go. So taking this outer bubble, I'm going to extend it outwards and create a little bit of a curve. So you're sort of following that one, but I'm going to take it up into that last tile. Let's have a look what number tile that was. There we go, number 10. See, it's got a bit of space there, so I'm going to take that up and into that number 10 there and back down. See, a bit of a curve there. All right, so that's that bit. If you've not got this tile attached, you can just take it to the edge and leave it and add that in later, or you could actually finish it off there if you preferred. It really doesn't matter, whichever works for you. Do you know what? I'm going to make this a little bit bigger now. Now I've got something to work to. And I've got that frame in there. You can keep it if you like. I'm just liking the idea of getting a bit bigger. Okay. So these little bits here, you see if I follow this line, it sort of comes down anyway. See, it's one long curve. And then this bit here, we're going to extend it just a bit. And then I'm going to pull it round and down. There we go. What's that bit? So I think I can come in with a pen now and draw those sections in once I'm happy with them, and once you're happy with them, coming in with a pen. There we go. Put those little bits in. You see how that lovely now joins there? And then this one, see I've sort of made a curve there. And I'm going to extend it up and into that tile and back round. And sort of follow that shape round. See how it just sort of comes around, and then I'm going to go with that outer edge. Doesn't matter if it's not perfectly round, it really is fine. Okay, this one here in there, and then I'm going to bring this one round. Okay, so let's get rid of some of these pencil lines because I don't think we actually need them anymore. I'm going to keep the across in the middle just until we've finished everything off. But I'm just going to get rid of those bits that we don't need. It just looks a bit messy, doesn't it? There we go. Oh, Rose, thank you. I'm really pleased with it myself. So is Benji. But honestly, that's what it's there for. It's there to bring a bit of warmth to that leather sofa and, you know, a little bit of colour. It matches the colours in the house now. Oh, Maureen, you're sort of sorted as well. A nice cup of tea. I've just had one, I must admit, so I'm okay this afternoon. So see where we've got that lovely little shape there, and of course a little bit of a gap here now. So what I'm going to do is create a bit of an aura. So I'm going to follow the shape round. Now again, you can choose to leave it there, or you can take it up into that last tile, the tile that's above it. I'm going to bring it down. Just to about there because I want to finish something else. See, we've got this bit to finish there. And then bring it down there. Okay, and then just finish it off like that. So then this little bit here, again, I've got a bit of a colour that could have been the bottom of that, but I'm looking at the tile I drew, I'm not 100% sure, but that's okay. I can leave that. But you see here, got a bit of a shape there. Let's just sort of fill that in actually and take that down and into there. So you see it sort of finishes off that bit. You can even put a little curve in there. Okay, and then this bit here, I'm just going to extend that out and finish those lines off. A little bit left there. Going to extend another little bit of an aura in there. Okay, so that's fine. So that looks finished now. That's okay. That's all done. Go into that one. This bit here, we're going to continue that design all the way down as far as we can go. I'm not splitting my space up because it doesn't matter where it ends. And then little leaf shapes in the centres there, sort of getting smaller as you go further down. And see, we've got those little sort of loops there. It's along and in. So let's just go a bit larger just to remind you about that one. So I came up the middle, one side, then the other. Up the middle, one side, then the other. See, and it works its way along the piece, getting smaller, just sort of filling the gaps. There we go. Okay, and my bubble here, I'm going to create a bit of a grid and go curved. You can go straight. Don't have them too small though, because we're going to tangle inside of them. And then this way, see, I've got a slight little curve on them there. There you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one and I'm going to add in 1, 2, 3 and fill it in to each one. So then let's try that again, like 1, 2 and 3. Now if yours are really small, then you're only going to perhaps get 2 in. That's fine, whatever you can do. Or if they're a bit larger, you can get 4 in. That's fine too. So a little bit of a design. But again, if you wanted to do a little bit of a Christmas motif in there, you could put something else in. You don't have to do this tangle. I find actually these are really useful. You know, if you feel that you need to do a tangle, you're not quite sure. Sometimes I do go to my last year's and think, right, okay, what did we do on there then? And how can I use that this time? Well, a little bit fine, that's okay. So, quite useful to have around, even if it's in your sketchbook, because it's going to pick on different tangles as we go along, see? Or you could add more in. There we are. So I'm working on each one separately, counting those threes and filling that last one in. Start working it along. There you go. So we don't have them many to do now. It's absolutely flown by. It's really gone quickly this time. There we are. Okay. So let's have a little look at that. So this bit here then, I'm going to come in with a bit of a random series of lines. Just sort of slightly wiggled. You can do them straight again if you want to, it's not a problem. And then each one, I'm going to go in and follow the shape around. Let's go a little bit bigger so you can see this. But you see, each shape, when I get to the corners, I'm rounding them off. So you're going to get this kind of crazy paving look about it. Sort of following it round, you see? Like that. I'm going to go up and into that tile there. And working my way along. And it's just sort of, it's nice if you're not exactly on the line, because you see it creates this sort of interwoven type of design. And this one here, this one I think it's an additional because it's not on the tile I sketched out earlier in my sketchbook, but being that there's a space there, I'm going to fill it. And what better to fill it with a few bubbles. Give that a little bit of an inking. There we go. Alright, so there's our tile. Sort of now you can hardly sort of see it, can you? I feel sort of, because it's now working with other things. So there's not a massive amount in there at the minute. I'm just going to now take away those lines that we don't need in the middles. Again, I don't know if some of you are leaving those because you're perhaps not shading it till the very end. But being that I'm shading it as I go, so you can see how I've done it, I am actually getting rid of the lines. Okay, see? Just sort of following those original grid lines. Along there. Now here I've got quite a wide space, so I'm going to add some in there. It's going to give it a bit of a shape, and let's add a little bit just around that edge. And then this little wavy line. Let's get rid of that pencil line there. And we're going to repeat what we did on that last one. So both sides, a little bit of pencil. And then this one, so we did top and this side, so I'm going to fill that side as well. And then let's have a little bit of pencil there. These ones, just a little bit of pencil in. Sort of in the larger ones, you see how I'm just adding just a touch. And then if your bubbles are big enough, if you've actually put that in, that's about it. Finishing that one there. Gonna add some around there in the top. Okay, torch on. Let's soften up this pencil. Now, as you know, I'm not adding any white highlights until I've got all of it together. But again, you can do that when you know, as you're going. But I think I'm gonna wait until I've got everything connected, because things like this are gonna have a highlight down the middle, but I want to do it in one pass, so I want to go around and wherever that's taking it. I think it's just going to look a little bit better. But everything else is all good. We can carry on. Assist. Adding that a little bit in as we go. A little bit on those balls. And then of course just sort of softening off any pencil that you've added to those. A little bit around there. Add a little bit there. Okay, so apart from one more on this row, we've done that row. So I've not got too many more to go. The last one in this row is going to be number 21. Let's have a little look at that. There we go. So just soften that up a little bit. There we are. So okay, number 17 done and sorted, and there we go. It's sort of creating not one of those as such. We've got a little mini one, but then here we're gonna, it looks like we're gonna create another one, doesn't it? It's coming in there, and then there's another one coming in here. So there's something going on that's sort of central there, maybe. I'm not quite sure, because of course this is coming into a point as well. So this could be the one. This is number 19 and 24 here. So we'll see. And then tomorrow we're going to be doing this one in the corner here. So we're going to be joining this and this together. Oh, Sue, thank you for that. Yeah, under my circle there. I've not shaded all of it around. I've just done that little bit. I've left that bit because otherwise I don't know. I did, but I might come back and do it after. So, okay, there we go, number 17. And I hope you have a good day and get this done. And love to see that, you know, how they're growing and progressing. So, all right, take care. And I will see you tomorrow for number 18. Okay, bye.